All right, guys, back on the F-750. Like I was telling you, finally got this exhaust housing off, the turbine housing off. It was just a nightmare. I could not get that top bolt out. It was just a nightmare, you guys. All right, well, and like I said, the only reason I took it off half-ass and did what I did, like I show you, was kind of tapping on it right here and tapping it down here, trying to get it to, you know, to loose for the body to loosen up. So for the body to loosen up back and forth, so that way it can let go of the turbine housing, which, as you can see, it is just cake. Look at that. That stuff is just cake. Look at that. That is ugly. Look at this one. Ugly. So here's what's going on. So right there, it kind of gets seized. Excuse me. It kind of gets seized right there. Right there. See? And then it was getting hard to open, so it still seizes up a little bit, but it's better now. I unseized it a little bit. Now I'm actually going to clean it. Originally, I thought that this snap ring right here, which goes around the whole hub, as you can see, this snap ring right here goes around the whole hub. You see the snap ring? Watch. See that snap ring? I thought that's what was seizing it, but it's not, because after I took that snap ring off, I realized that it's actually doing it on its own. See, you can see right there where there's all the friction marks. If you look in there real closely, look at that. Those are all friction marks right there from it going back and forth and getting seized up. It's from the carbon buildup behind it. So it's not as bad as we thought. I'm going to go ahead and just finish cleaning it up so I can put it all back together, put the new actuator on. Here's the new actuator, even though I told the customer to wait before he bought a new actuator so I can test that. His problem was never the actuator. So they never had an actuator problem. They actually had a turbo that was VGT that was seizing up. But when they talked to me, you know, close to not this week obviously, but last weekend, when they talked to me, or last week, I apologize, last week when they talked to me, I told them, don't buy the actuator yet. Just go ahead and buy the you know, let me take the actuator off, let me test it, and then we can go from there. But when they brought me the truck, when they brought me this F-750, he already had a brand new actuator, and like I said, he spent $1,900 on this actuator. So feel bad for them, but you know, what can I say? I told them what to do. Right now, I showed you guys another video of yesterday of me taking off, testing the actuator wiring to a Ram 5500 and taking the actuator off, because that actuator is bad. That one lost communication with the ECM. The wiring's fine. Everything seems to be working just fine. The CAN bus data, the bus data network seems to be working just fine. So their actuator's $1,300. So I found it at a turbo shop that I use here in the city of Colton, which is about 50 miles from here. I did find one there for $1,300. I'm gonna go over there tomorrow and pick it up, but while I'm at it, I'm gonna have this VGT calibrated at their turbo shop, because the software that I have mainly does the smaller trucks. It doesn't really get into the bigger trucks, and I think my scanner will do it, but I'm afraid of not being able to do it or running into a problem. So I'd rather just take them to turbo with the new actuator, and they're going to calibrate it for me. They're a turbo shop that I've always dealt with, and they're really good. They usually help me out whenever I have issues with turbos, or if I need an actuator, they'll find it for me. All right, let me go ahead and clean this turbo up, and I'll show you guys how it goes.